Hey folks, look where I am. Back in the hospital. So, my last video was March 4th, and that was taken in the hospital. And I left some things with loose ends. So I'm going to tie those up real quick and then get into this hospital stay. And I just watched that video so I could remember everything I said and literally wrote down everything I'm going to say. So my eyes are going to be here instead of here. Sorry. Okay, so the pneumothorax that I had, the collapsed lung, fixed itself with no tube needed, and I did get to go home the next morning. The biopsy of my lungs came back with no rejection, but they found penicillium, which is probably the culprit for the fevers. So they put me back on voriconazole, and so far, today is St. Patrick's Day, the 17th, and so far I've been fever-free since. However, the migraines. Okay, so a few days after I got out of the hospital, I had an endoscopy, which more on that after I finish the migraine story. But I had an endoscopy, and they told me if I had really bad nausea or really bad headaches, I should go to the ER. I've been having really bad headaches, guys. I'm not going to be able to tell. But nausea is not a thing I deal with on a constant basis. So a couple days after that, so the bronchoscopy, no, wrong word. The endoscopy was the 10th. So like a few days after I got out of the hospital, had that endoscopy. That was the 10th. A few days after that, I started having worrying symptoms of nausea, dizziness, what else? The migraine was still happening. I got really weak. I was shaking, like bad things. And like, I have stuff to do this Friday. So I like refused to go to the hospital because I was like, I gotta be available Friday. And was being pretty obstinate about it. Well, a few days ago, so today's the 17th and it's Wednesday. I came back on Sunday, I think, which would have been then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 17, 16, 15, 14, which would have been the 14th. So 4 days after my endoscopy, I quit. I said, this is too much. I need to go to the hospital. Joe really pushed me to go to the hospital because he didn't think it was smart for me to put that off because of what the gastroenterologist who did my endoscopy said, which was, if you're having these symptoms, go to the ER. So I went to the ER, and I've been here since in 7 North. Sorry, old habits die hard. 2 North was my cystic fibrosis unit before I got transplanted, for those who don't know. But yeah, so I'm back in the hospital. Hold on 1 second. Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna get your vitals.
Okay. Oh, wrong arm, sorry. I'm used to that arm. But I do not want a blood pressure cuff on that IV. You can have this hand for this one. Oh, there are some right there. Yeah, I don't know why she didn't put them in the thing. She just left them sitting there. I was like, oh, okay. It was literally 2 feet away from her. I was like, it was literally 2 feet away from her.
Right.
She must have been in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh, it might take too many steps. Hand movement.
Yay, no fever. This is the longest I've gone without a fever in a while. Because the last fever I had was like the 3rd, I think. And I was having fevers like every other day for like a couple weeks. So,
That's a bummer.
tired of that.
Yeah.
Glad to be without those.
Uh-huh.
And they might have figured out my 5-month-long migraine.
Okay.
So,
Good.
all good things. I'm actually leaving the hospital kind of hopeful that I might not be back for a while. So, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Huh?
Yep, thank you.
You're so welcome. I will see you a little later. You're diabetic, so I will be checking blood sugar at 11.
Okay, cool.
All right. You want these lights out over there or on?
On is fine, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry about the little blip. I got interrupted. And then I went back and edited so that you guys didn't have to hear all that. But I don't remember where I was. Oh, shoot. I'm going to do this differently.